Skeeter, I got to ask you a serious question.
Okay.
And I've honestly forgotten to bring this up in a while. Very serious. Skeeter, do you still go to the Chuck-E-Cheese?
Yes.
It's hardcore. It's uncensored. It's On Your Mark with Mark E. Xtreme.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is time for the best wrestling podcast there is that I've ever listened to today. It's the On Your Mark Show, and I'm Skyflyer, and I'm here with my bestest friend. Unless I knew the best friends, then they might be my best friends, but I doubt it because they're not champions of the backyard. Like he's never been defeated. I don't know if you know that, everybody. He's great. He talks real loud, so get ready for that. Mark Xtreme.
I don't talk loud. God dang it. Don't fucking make false accusations to me. And especially on top of that, yeah, we are not best friends. And I'm sure that the AEW best friends would never want to be friends with you. They want to be friends with me first. Because, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mark Xtreme, 15 plus years undefeated backyard wrestling entertainment champion and owner. And on top of all that sick ass too sweet shit, I am the host of On Your Mark, the #1 wrestling YouTube channel. Don't look at the numbers because the Nelson ratings always lie. I am the #1 wrestling YouTube channel, giving you the best wrestling content since 2013 or 14. I don't fucking remember. I'm been hitting the head too hard today. But it's the best wrestling YouTube channel. And you know what we said recently? We were like, what could we give back to our fans? And we want to keep giving back and giving them the best wrestling content. So we took everything that you love about the YouTube channel and invaded it into the podcast world. And you're getting the On Your Mark Wrestling Podcast every Wednesday via Dragon Wagon Radio, and we are deep diving into topics, giving you the most hardcore, uncensored perspective that you've ever gotten on topics. Don't go listening to Conrad Thompson. Especially don't go listen to Eric Bischoff, because though that is not the best perspective you can get, the best perspective you can get is from the 15 plus years undefeated backyard wrestling entertainment champion, Mark E. Xtreme.
And that's right. We're here at our home at Dragon Wagon Radio. So check them out for other podcasts, because they got our podcasts. And you get comic book podcasts and movie podcasts and romance novel podcasts, which that's great. It's all there. So check those out. DragonWagonRadio.com. And also, hey, we got Patreon, everybody. If you want to check out On Your Mark's Patreon, where you're going to get exclusive watch-alongs where the champ, Mark Xtreme, watches some of the greatest matches in wrestling history and gives you his insight on them as they happen. You can get it there. You can get exclusive t-shirts there. And also, you can get shout-outs on this podcast. Ain't that right, Mark Xtreme?
That's right. You're getting all kinds of shit, all kinds of exclusive content. It's really the best, the best place on the internet other than the dark web. Do you know about the dark web, Skeeter?
Oh, you talk about Venom?
It's the best place on the internet that you'll ever go to. It's the Patreon, with the skid marks, the coolest club in wrestling. And like Skeeter said, every Wednesday on our podcast, you're getting exclusive shout out, just like this one. Shout outs this week go to Lame Brain, Flocka 171AC, Dylan Hinton, Tim Redbeard, Spot the Magic Ninja, Liam McLee, Rick Conley, Tom, Hillbilly Bryn, Angela Elias, Mr. Blix, and Miguel Diaz. Well, there you have it, everybody. Those are the skid marks. Those are the people that keep the roof over the backyard and the food on the table before I body slam motherfuckers through it. And if you want to become a part of that Pluslegious list, then march your happy ass on over to patreon.com/OIM show.
And today we have got a doozy for a topic. Are you excited to know what it is, Mark?
Don't fucking say doozy. What the fuck?
A humdinger?
You need to say cooler words.
Humdinger.
No. How old are you? Are you goddamn a grandpa? Cool young people like me say cool words like sick, and they say cool words like shut up. They say cool words like yeet, and they say cool words like god dang.
What did you say?
I said yeet. All the kids are saying yeet.
Yeet?
Yeet.
What's that mean, yeet?
I don't know. Because the kids are saying it.
What if it's a bad word that you're saying and you're saying it? You can't say it.
Well, make a note and we'll go do research after this, and we'll if it's something racial or something offensive and could possibly cancel on my life, then we'll edit it out. But I'm pretty sure because all the kids are saying it, they wouldn't be saying stuff that would get them canceled because of cancel culture. Kids don't want to get canceled, so yeet.
The kids used to say skeet. That was exciting because I thought everybody was talking about me, so they say skeet, 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 and I go, I don't know. Yes.
No, Skeeter.
Yes.
That's not. I don't know if you know really what your name means. And
people are skeeting at me all the time. They skeet me.
No, they don't. They're not skeeting at you. They're skeeting on you. And the thing is like I don't think that you. Do you really know what skeet means, Skeeter?
I think it's like if someone called you Ma. It's like they shorten it. It's an abbreviation.
No, it's not. It's when. Well, I've given you the goddamn birds and bees talk too many goddamn times, and it doesn't ever set in, so I'm not going to. Let's continue.
They seem like mortal enemies. I don't know why you always bring them up.
Fuck, you're dumb. You're so fucking stupid. I will. There is one point when they get these and one dozen fucking episodes that I will god dang end it all. At some point, I'm gonna do it.
The Hardcore Championship, everybody. The Hardcore Championship is what we're talking about today. I know Mark
I'm
excited. See, I knew because you're yelling, so I was like, I better capitalize on that, and I did.
Was I yelling? I don't think I was yelling.
You're
okay. Everybody listen at home. Tweet me. Because you know what? Not only is Skeeter giving me a lot of shit lately, and my girlfriend saying, "Oh, you yell all the time. You got an anger problem." Fuck off. No, I don't. Like, tweet me and tell me that I don't got an anger problem, all you bitches.
Well, that kind of sounds like an anger problem. But we're going to be talking about, the Hardcore Championship, the WWF at the time Hardcore Championship. And it's exciting. Mark, what are your initial thoughts of the Hardcore Championship?
I have a lot of thoughts, and my first thing is that, it was about time in the WWF that they, started doing what was working. They started, over at EC they were, their fire was so bright that you can't put a ladder on it. And the thing is there was so many people that were a fan of that product, that entertainment. They were bound to do it. They were bound to, bring in hardcore. And the thing is I was waiting for it. The fans are waiting for it. Now, did we get hardcore like ECW was delivering, or Backyard Wrestling Entertainment was in the preparations to deliver, or even overseas you had what's some of the Japanese crazy hardcore promotions back then? What was some of those names, Skeeter?
Yoshitatsu?
Yeah, Yoshitatsu Wrestling.
He was in ECW, Yoshitatsu. He's Xtreme.
No, I'm saying there were some companies in Japan that were doing crazy shit with like piranhas and goddamn, FML. FWTJNP.
No,
it was FML. And, so FML was in Japan doing crazy shit too. And now, so when WWE introduced their hardcore championship, it wasn't exactly what hardcore really was, but, they got lots of advertisers and things that they gotta appease to, and you can't go out there and cut someone's goddamn pecker off on live television and keep a television show. Trust me, we tried that with some local access, and we're still dealing with that lawsuit. But the thing is it still scratched that itch that the fans needed. And, I like to compare it, to preschool to college, or, for me, it's like a goddamn watered down White Claw. It's like, it's not the real deal, but it still scratched that itch.
What's a White Claw?
White Claw's goddamn. Hell yeah, that's my new shit, Skeeter. That's a goddamn. You got it's just like people are like, oh, drink water, blah blah blah. But fucking finally, water gets you where you need to go, and it tastes better, and it fucking gets me hammered and shit. That's what I love. I'm all about partying.
Is it like a Sprite or a Mountain Dew?
It tastes like that. Some of them kind of taste like that. Honestly, not as good, but like they get you hell fucked up, and like I'm all about that.
That sounds fun.
Have you ever got drunk, Skeeter? Bitch.
What does that mean?
A bitch?
No, why am I that? Because I ain't never got drunk before. I don't have an ID.
How old are you, Skeeter?
I don't know. I don't remember. I gotta wait till my next birthday and see how many candles are on there. The WWE Hardcore Championship was born on November 2nd, 1998 in Houston, Texas on Monday Night Raw when Mr. McMahon...
I feel bad for that vagina.
What?
You said it was born, so whoever, probably Mae Young or something, but I feel real bad for that vagina.
It was Mr. McMahon.
Mr. McMahon birthed the... No, he...
Yeah.
No, he didn't.
He did. He was in a wheelchair.
Men can't give birth to things.
He did because he was in a wheelchair, so he clearly just gave birth, and he gave it to Mankind, and it gave him the Hardcore Championship.
Do you have proof?
Yes, it's on the Daily Motion.
You don't know. Not my Daily Motion.
Oh, you got a different one?
Yeah.
It's on there. Mr. McMahon's on there. He's in a wheelchair. He goes, "Here you go, Mankind. Here's the World Wrestling Federation Hardcore Championship."
I'll show you a daily. I'll show you a Daily Motion, Skeeter, and then I'll skeet, and then I'll yeet.
I don't know what most of what you said was.
Yeah, I did. Whatever. Continue.
After Mankind lost the title to the Big Boss Man, he never attempted to recapture it, mainly because of the main event push he received shortly afterwards. So this championship, the Hardcore Championship, started with Mankind. That's Mick Foley.
Yeah, I know that, you idiot. Yeah, I mean that makes sense. You got Cactus Jack, god dang, one of the most hardcore legends in this business. And he's in your company. It's a no-brainer. You're gonna put your Hardcore Championship on him first. It's like you looked at our roster back 15 plus years ago in Backyard Wrestling Entertainment, and who are you going to put the belt on first? Mark E. Xtreme. I didn't lose the belt like, Mankind and many, 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 many others. But, it's a smart business decision.
When Crash Holly won the Hardcore Championship, he introduced the 24/7 rule that the belt was to be defended at all times as long as a referee was present. Mark Xtreme, what are your thoughts about having to defend a championship 24/7?
There's a time and place for it. As we know, WWE reintroduced recently the 24/7 title, and it's just titty farts and bullshit, that I'm not really entertained in. But there's different strokes for different jokes, and there's people that like this kind of thing. And, you got wrestling's all about, I don't know if you know this, they're all about demos, demographics, and you got to entertain different demographics for different things. And so this played in.
That's what Chris Jericho is. He's a demo gob.
Yeah. So did Chris Jericho better than anybody else knows that you got to entertain different demographics. And this was to, in my opinion, just entertain a certain demographic that liked this kind of thing. But, we've, toyed around the idea of having a certain kind of 24/7 title in Backyard Wrestling Entertainment or something like that. But, it's just something I'm not interested in. But did you like the 24/7 aspect of the title?
Yeah. That made it exciting because then you can't even sleep then. You can't even poop because someone might come out of the toilet and try to pin you.
And that's one of my gripes with it is, not only am I a business owner, so I understand one side of it where Vince McMahon is like, oh, this is, a new entertaining aspect of the title. But then the other side of it, I'm thinking about the boys because I'm a boy. And, I got to think about the boys need sleep. And, especially the hardcore wrestlers, they're going out there night in, and they're getting their asses ripped apart by weapons, god dang 2x4s, baseball bats with barbed wire, ripping these guys' assholes apart. And so after that, you got to recuperate, and the guys deserve that. When you're asking your talent, to go out there and defend a belt 24/7, when do you get a personal life? When do you get to keep your sanity? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you never have anybody else have the championship, so that's not an issue.
That is besides the point. That's not what we're talking about, Skeeter. I'm talking about...
What are we talking about?
The Hardcore Championship and the 24/7 aspect of it right now is what we're talking about.
I love the Hardcore Championship. This is great. I'm excited.
Where the fuck did you just go? What the hell was that?
What do you mean?
You just spaced off. You literally went somewhere else.
Yeet.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you like to say yeet and you want to look as cool as the kids, well, then why don't Skeeter? There's only one. There's some shirts that are the coolest shirts in wrestling, and where can people find those shirts, Skeeter?
Those are at prowrestlingtees.com/OYM show. That's O as in
what is wrong
YM
with you?
Show.
Those are those what is your deal?
I don't look. We did chair shot class, then afterwards you had the special seminar of underwater breathing challenge, and I didn't do so good at that. I think I swallowed a lot of the kiddie pool water.
Yeah, well, you gotta stop being a bitch at some point.
I hope it's tomorrow. ProWrestlingTees.com/OYM show. You get shirts there. You get shirts. You get, what do they got? They got shirts with Marky Xtreme's face on them. They got shirts with my face on them. And there ones with a lot of words on them about On Your Mark. It's great. And there's colors. I like them.
Yeah, Skeeter loves colors. And if you like looking cool and saying cool words like yeet, then go over to ProWrestlingTees.com/OYM show. Guys, little heads up. There's going to be a Black Friday. Can I say Black Friday sale coming soon. And here's something I want to say. I was gonna try to remain professional as I do. But I'm pretty goddamn pissed off. We can stop the commercial here. I am pretty goddamn pissed off. Pro Wrestling Tees is giving everybody a goddamn discount for my shirts. Why the fuck is that happening? My shirts, which are the coolest shirts in wrestling, are worth the price of admission. They should be paid in full. I should be getting as much money as I possibly can. And then the Pro Wrestling Tees people just decide, oh, we're going to do a sale. We're going to do a sale and we're going to give everybody a discount. Blah, blah, blah. Well, guess what?
I work there?
Huh?
Do I work there?
I bet. I wouldn't be surprised. Pro Wrestling Tees, I want you to hear this. I'm going to say this right now, and you can tweet. Everybody listening can tweet Pro Wrestling Tees and tell them that Mark E. Xtreme is pissed off that you are doing a Black Friday sale. And if you try to do it, if you go through with it, I will be contacting all of my lawyers and legal team to reach out and put a cease and desist on it.
All right. Well, it's nice to save some money, I think.
Yeah, you would say that. But you know what? I'm worth it. Am I not worth it?
You're worth it and more. I wish there was a tip jar. People could put in just a tip.
Say that one more time so people really hear that.
I wish that there was a tip jar.
No.
And people could just give Mark Xtreme
listen
just
to me,
a
Skeeter.
tip. They want to give.
Listen to me. Shut the fuck up. Listen to me. I want you to say this, Skeeter. No, listen to me. Stop. When I'm done, say it. Skeeter, you're worth it and more.
For real?
Wait, what?
For real, I am. I'm worth it and more. Oh, God
dang it. What have I done?
I'm your demographic. That's me.
No, you are not my demographic.
Well, who is then?
Your demographic? You want me to be real?
Yeah.
Preschoolers? Fucking turtles? And cans of goddamn fucking tuna.
That's your demographic?
No, that's your fucking demographic, Skeeter.
Oh. So I got to hang out in the sewers more than hang out with them turtles. Crash Holly had to defend the 24/7 title everywhere and often managed to escape his competitors with his championship, earning the nickname the Houdini of Hardcore. If Crash Holly were alive today, who would win in a match? The Houdini of Hardcore, Crash Holly, or the King of Backyard Style, Mark Xtreme?
Why do you do this to me?
Oh, is this too hard?
No. It is not too hard. Nothing is hard for me. Skeeter, why do you ask me such dumb questions? Are you just trying to generate conversation? Like, what are you trying to do? Piss me off, generate conversation, or just, hey, I'm Skeeter. I like to ask the dumbest questions in wrestling.
If I don't ask the dumbest questions in wrestling, who will?
Fair point. To answer your dumb question of the day, Skeeter's dumb question of the day, blah, blah, that should be a segment.
That's not a segment.
No, that could be if I wanted it to be. I call the shots here. I make the segments. You don't. You don't make bits. And you know what? I'm blocking people left and right. And Skeeter, why the fuck are people still tweeting me after I block them?
At OYM show?
Yeah.
Did you tell them they're blocked?
Yeah. That's how you do it.
Then.
I know. Anyways, to answer your dumb question, who in a match would win between me and Crash Holly? Obviously me. Put me side by side. It's like putting goddamn freaking a school bus in a fight with a goddamn preschooler. Face to face, running at each other. That school bus is going to destroy that preschooler. And that's like what it would be. I would run at Crash Holly and I would Goldberg spear him. And then while he's on the mat, I'd run out of the ring. I would get a chair. And you know what? I would take the edge of it and I would slam that motherfucking shit on his skull until he was shitting. Until he just started shitting. I would smack it. Yeet! And then he would just shit. And then at 1, 2, 3, when I'm ready. And then that's what I would do.
So are you the school bus?
Yeah.
Oh, I get it now. Its popularity led World Championship Wrestling, that's WCW, to create its own hardcore championship. A move followed by numerous independent promotions. Mark Xtreme, what are your thoughts on other promotions ripping off the Hardcore Championship?
Again, it's you can only get so much away with you can only get away with so much on television. And here's the simple fact is like that's when everything started changing for ECW, in my opinion, is like they were the oh my Lord, the stuff that they would do back in the days. But
Jack Swagger versus Kofi Kingston.
Fuck you, Skeeter. I'm about to. You're fired.
What?
You know what that does to me. Any talk of WWE ECW, it triggers me.
You were talking about ECW.
I am talking. Yes, you're right. You're right. You're right. I am.
Okay, so I can have a job back.
No, that will be determined later. So back to my conversation. A lot of other companies, or back what I was saying, I'm losing train of thought because you're so stupid. ECW was never the same after they got on TNN. You know, they weren't allowed to be as hardcore. It was TNN, wasn't it? Why are you giving me that? Oh, fuck.
Sci-Fi. That's when it got good. That's when the belt was in silver.
Do you see this?
That's a fist.
Yeah. It's about to make out with your face.
For real? Your fist likes me that much?
Yeah, my fist is about to make out with your face and your asshole.
Wait, are you going to wash it in between?
Nope.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Okay, stop trying to distract me. Real ECW, when they got on TNN, you know, it really is, that's what changed everything. Because you can't be as hardcore. What was that?
Sci-Fi.
You can't be as hardcore and uncensored as you need to be the you know, what hardcore really is. It's a watered down White Claw. And the thing is, you know, they just like how WCW knew, like, oh, you know, hardcore is what it's all about. So, like, let's introduce our hardcore division. And while WCW did have some truthful hardcore legends in the mix, like Sandman, who was Hack. I didn't know Hack. That was a dumb name, never made sense to me. But Sandman, I always called him by his rightful name. I call everything by its rightful name. I walk outside, you know, I look at a tree and I say, you are a tree. And I walk into the bathroom and I look at my toilet and I say, you are a toilet. Call things by their rightful names. Anyways, in WCW, they had a litany of goddamn some of the best hardcore wrestlers at the time. Terry Funk, Sandman, Bam Bam Bigelow,
Norman Smiley.
Fuck you.
Ralphus.
What? While Ralphus is a goddamn legend in this business, he was not hardcore. With all due respect, rest in peace, Ralphus.
He's dead?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
But he looks so good.
Is that what you think he looks good?
I think that looks pretty good.
You would. But long story short, to answer your question, it was much like the WWE Hardcore division in that it couldn't be, you know, what it should have been. Preschool versus college. It could never on television be the blood, guts, piss shit like it was supposed to be.
That's an interesting take on it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, for this next segment that we've never done before on the show.
What?
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
No, you just say you're making another segment.
I said we've never done this before.
Full disclaimer, guys, any segment Skeeter comes up with is not a legal segment, so you have every right to stop listening until I tell you to listen again. Are
you talking to me or are you talking to the audience?
I'm talking to the audience.
Oh,
but
so continue
with your segment.
Well, hit up your Bing Box, everybody, if you want a full list of hardcore champions. But there are so many prestigious hardcore champions, Mark Xtreme. I'd like to do a word association with some of these champions. So I'm going to say a hardcore champion name, and you're going to say a word that comes with it.
I know what a word association is. You don't have to explain to me.
I know, but I explained to the audience, even though they're not listening anymore because you told them to stop listening.
They know. They know too.
They already saw the show?
Please continue. My head hurts.
Taz.
But Manian Devil.
Just Incredible.
Should have had hair.
Crash Holly.
Little bitch.
Hardcore
Wait, is
Holly.
he dead? Is he dead?
Yeah.
Oh, so I feel bad. Go continue.
Hardcore Holly.
Oh, God, remember his back got sliced open?
Molly Holly.
Pretty hot.
He got his back sliced in WWE CW. Spike Dudley.
Could have been bigger.
Perry Saturn.
Harry Potter.
K-Quick. Psst, that's our truth.
Nesquik.
Johnny Stamboli.
Sounds like a good dessert.
Funaki.
That's something we probably shouldn't say on the show.
The Undertaker.
Sometimes gets stiff.
Pete Gas.
Woo-wee.
The Hurricane.
Shane Helms, one of my boys.
Raven.
Also one of my boys.
Rhino.
Weirdly shaped.
Trish Stratus.
Oh. Yeet!
Pat Patterson. Big Boss Man.
Rest in peace.
Mike Awesome.
Rest in peace.
Viscera.
Fucking honestly always weirded me the hell out.
Christopher Nowinski's.
I don't fucking remember who he was.
Maven.
A legend.
There you have it. That was word association with Mark and Xtreme gave his thoughts on all those people as hardcore champion.
You know what, Skeeter? I will consider making that a segment because I like that. I like that segment or potential segment, and I like when people ask me my opinions of things.
Can I get my job back?
No.
Mark and Xtreme, who should have been hardcore champion that never was?
In the WWE?
Yeah, because that's the only place where they had the WWE Hardcore Championship.
Okay, yeah, I know, idiot. I don't know, man. Like I said, this wasn't full on hardcore, obviously, because of the litany of people that, was on that list that you gave me. Many of them not being hardcore whatsoever. So really you could have put the belt on anybody and it wouldn't have bent the needle. But somebody that wasn't on that list that I, would have been kind of sick to see on that as a hardcore champion. Would I, someone like Meat.
Sean Stasiak was hardcore champion.
Oh, fuck me. Kiwi, bring somebody in like that who would, spike a rating and, give you guys some good matches, some hardcore matches. I always thought Kiwi probably has a hardcore side to him.
Mark Xtreme, what is your favorite hardcore championship match?
Oh, I do. Honestly, that's something it's very easy for me to answer. And Skeeter, I'm glad you mentioned it because it will lead us right into From the Vault this week. But Skeeter, the answer is WrestleMania 17. Raven, my boy, versus Big Show versus Kane. And, recently I had the fortunate opportunity to have a conversation with my boy Raven, and we got to talk about this awesome legendary hardcore match. So let's take a trip into the past right now when we go into the vault.
From the vault.
You were in one of my favorite matches of all time, one of the most hardcore, hard-hitting matches that I've ever seen that really changed the business. WrestleMania 17, Raven, Kane, and Big Show for the hardcore title. You got run over by a goddamn golf cart. What was that experience like? One of the most hard-hitting, hardcore matches of all time.
Well, I got run over by a golf cart.
That was pretty sick, man.
Yeah, and I went through a plate glass window, and then I lost the title. Thanks for bringing up a sad memory. Well, thanks a lot.
Sorry.
So friend
sorry,
you
man.
are.
I did. How can I make it up to you? I'm sorry.
You could end this interview.
Okay, we're getting close. Okay, I got a couple more questions. I'm just enjoying our time together. This has been one of my dreams. Well, there you have it, Skeeter. That was me talking to my boy Raven about his best hardcore match, what I felt, and in my opinion, my favorite WWE best hardcore match.
That's a great answer. That's a great interview. You can check out the full interview, youtube.com/OnYourMarkShow or Mark Xtreme Talks with Raven. Do you want to know what mine is?
Not really, but if you want to tell me, go ahead.
Okay, it was Crash Holly versus the Headbangers at Funtime USA. And Funtime USA is this big amusement park, and there's a playground, and they fought, and Crash went down a big slide and fell into a ball pit. It looks so fun.
Skeeter, I got to ask you a serious question.
Okay.
And I've honestly forgotten to bring this up in a while. Very serious.
Okay, I'm gonna pull on my serious face.
Stop doing that. I don't know what.
I'm being serious with you.
I don't know what that's supposed to be. Skeeter, do you still go to the Chuck-E-Cheese?
Yes.
Skeeter, you got to stop going to the Chuck-E-Cheese, because here's the thing, is like, it's different. We've had this conversation, everybody listening. Skeeter and I have had this conversation so many times. Skeeter goes to the Chuck-E-Cheese, and don't get me wrong, they have fucking fabulous pizza, and not a sponsor, but we would
the best musical performances ever anywhere.
That's where it starts changing for you, because Skeeter goes. Let's just. I'm gonna paint a picture for you guys, because I have been there with Skeeter, honestly, to make sure. We go to Chuck-E-Cheese. We get some pizza, and delicious pizza. That's when Skeeter starts getting really excited. Don't fucking interrupt me. That's when Skeeter starts getting really excited. Then he hears the music, and it's literally like a fucking toddler getting more and more and more excited. And then Skeeter, he starts making his way over to the fucking playground area, and he starts pushing kids out of the way to fucking play into the tubes. And then before you know it, Skeeter's in the tubes and he gets stuck. So not only do we cause a fucking scene, and this has happened multiple times, we cause a scene because we got to pull Skeeter's fat ass out of the tubes, but also it gives off weird pedophile vibes, and the cops get called. And you have been warned and kicked out of so many Chuck-E-Cheeses, Skeeter. When are you going to learn your lesson?
First off, what'd I do wrong?
You're an adult playing in the kiddie area at Chuck-E-Cheese.
They didn't put up any signs that says this is for kids. There's no signs that say this pizza that's been left on a table is not to be picked up and eaten. That is free pizza for everybody. The animals come alive and they do musical shows, and that is also for everybody to partake in. And if you can get up and hug the animals and be best friends with them, that is also on you. Or if you want to be scared of them, that they might attack you. Don't interrupt me. And then they have the toys and the games and everything, and that's first come first serve. And so you're talking about hardcore. The kids, if they get in my way, they're gonna get busted wide open.
Skeeter, Skyflyer, first of all, I'm mildly proud of you. I'm gonna give you your job back, because you I think there's some hairs growing on your balls finally, Skeeter. You stepped up to the man. And you know what? I'm proud of you, but also you stepped up to the man. You disrespected me, so you're fired again. Now, Skeeter, listen to me. There are some things in this world that are just assumed. You don't do. There doesn't need to be a sign to say, don't go play in the tubes. Don't eat somebody else's pizza. There's just things in the world, Skeeter, that don't need signs.
I don't think that's true, because if there's not a sign, then I assume I can do it.
And that has caused you to go to jail how many times, Skeeter?
Enough that everybody knows my name.
Enough, yeah. Everybody in the goddamn jails know your name, and that's not something that we want to do, Skeeter. So everybody listening at home, I don't know what it's going to take for Skeeter, his mental age, to get past this toddler period. But there's only so much I can do, and then I got to throw my hands in the air.
Wave them around like you just don't care.
That is, again, not something cool to say, Maybe back in the day, when what's up, or like
what up?
No, I'm not saying that is a cool thing to say anymore, but yeet, that is. But Skeeter, long story short, you gotta stop fucking going to Chuck-E-Cheese. Go back to your favorite hardcore match.
Okay. Chuck-E-Cheese, toe ride.
What in the fucking hell when in the hell are you going to ever fucking learn that just stop? It's not fucking cool. That's the moral of this episode, Skeeter, is you're not cool. I'm cool. I'm cool.
I know you're cool, but I thought if I hang around you enough and sleep with some of your clothes, that I'd be cool too.
What the fuck are you talking about?
That if I hang around you enough,
I heard that,
and I learn from you, that I'd be cool too.
Are you taking my clothes?
Not all of them. Because you got to wear some.
Oh,
it's
my God.
illegal to not wear clothes.
When you bring them back, do you wash them before?
With what?
Oh, God dang it. That explains everything. Guys, for the past better part of 4 years, I have had the worst rashes. And it all makes sense now. You are fucking double fired.
I think it's been a better 4 years too.
This has been the worst this has been the worst 4 years of my life. It's been the past 4 years for me because of everything that's been happening caused by you. This horrible person who I, again, apologize, everybody at home, listening at home. You deserve better than this. And I hope, the next 4 years gets better. But the last 4 years have been miserable because you have made them miserable and you've caused me rashes and pain and misery and suffering.
Mark Xtreme, you voted for me. You looked at the entire roster and you voted for me.
Yeah, I didn't have much of a choice.
That doesn't matter. You still voted for me.
Yeah. And it's the biggest mistake of my life.
Well, I'm still here and you can't get rid of me. The Hardcore Championship was unified with the Intercontinental Championship on August 26, 2002, when the Intercontinental Champion Rob Van D defeated Hardcore Champion.
You bitch.
RVD defeated Hardcore Champion Tommy Dreamer, and this was 1 month after VD defeated Jeff Hardy in a ladder match to unify the Intercontinental and European Championships. So, Mark Xtreme, does that mean that every Intercontinental Champion since the unification is hardcore?
I assume so. WWE's title merges, unifications, whatever. At this point, it's like, what is the cruiserweight title the goddamn women's title? I don't fucking know. What does any title in WWE mean anymore? Oh, this one's red, this one's green. It's honestly, it's just too many things to try to keep track of, too many things to, try to understand. And what that reminds me of, Skeeter, and it's a perfect segue, there is just too many things. Actually, he's asking us to put this advertisement on the show because he has too much merchandise, too much supply going on. So there are too many things at Gary the King Baller's Pawn Shop. Skeeter, Gary the King Baller has too much stuff right now, and he's got a crazy sale going on. He's basically, honestly, a lot of it is free. But what are some of the things, Skeeter, you can find at Gary the King Baller's Pawn Shop?
Jerry King Baller's Pawn Shop has a whole bucket full of the corn on the cob holders. It is great. You could root around in there and find your favorite ones. Sometimes you even find a matching set. You go in there. Jerry the King Baller's Pawn Shop has baby teeth, which is great. It's fun. It's in a whole pillow sack filled with baby teeth from all these parents that just can't hold on to them anymore. They gotta sell them.
Yeah.
You can also find he's got tons of left-footed shoes, tons of them. There's a whole room dedicated to all the left-footed shoes that is there. It's a paradise.
It really is. And,
ukulele strings.
Yeah.
Tons of those.
God dang. Just half-used painter's tape, just so many things that is useful, but also, he did ask us to please advertise because he's got to make more room. He also lives there, and it's turning into a hoarder nightmare. So, I don't, Skeeter, I don't know. So let's stop. So go to Gary the King Baller's Pawn Shop. Skeeter, I'm worried about Gary the King Baller. Maybe we can bring him on here soon to check in on him. But he says it's a pawn shop, but low key, I think he is one of those hoarders. Have you heard of those people?
I heard of Low Key.
What?
The wrestler Low Key. You're talking about Low Key? It's his pawn shop?
What do you mean? I don't know. What are you talking about? I said he's a hoarder.
He said Low Key. He's a hoarder.
That is another one of the things the cool kids say, and I say cool stuff because I'm fucking cool.
Low Key?
Yeah, they say that. You say it before you say things.
Oh, and then he comes out and kicks you?
No, he doesn't fucking come out and kick you. He's not like a goddamn monster under the bed. What are you
Like a
talking
candy
about?
Man? Like a candy man? Oh, I said it twice. I gotta stop saying it.
Say it one more time, pussy.
No,
I dare you.
No,
I dare you. You want
Man
your job-
candy.
No, say Candyman one more time. And you'll have your job back.
Oh, don't make me do that.
I dare you. Do you want your job back? What's important to you?
Yeah, well, both living and candy and not dying.
Say it, bitch.
I'm gonna close my eyes. The candy man.
Oh, Skeeter, he's behind you.
No.
He's behind you. Talk about a hardcore nightmare. Oh,
no.
my God.
Are there bees?
Oh, yeah. Bees are everywhere. Oh, my God, Skeeter. Don't move. Don't move.
I'm not moving.
Okay, well, he told me to tell you,
Yeah.
one, you're a little bitch, and two, that you can continue with this episode, and if you want to live, the only thing that can move from here on forth in the episode is your mouth. Other than that, you have to be still.
Okay.
Continue.
Okay. I move so much stuff when I do this. I hadn't realized it till right now.
He's not happy.
On May 20th, 2019, WWE unveiled the new championship, the pre-aforementioned WWE 24/7 championship, which is contested under the same 24/7 rule. Mark Xtreme, do you think this is a slap to the face of the Hardcore Championship?
100%. Because one, there's no real, there's no word hardcore isn't used. A hardcore championship is also supposed to be broken and taped up and looking extreme and cool. And this belt looks like something weird you'd find at Gary the King Baller's pawn shop. But it really upsets me. I don't really want to talk about it anymore.
I'm sorry for upsetting you today and also making you happy today. It's been a roller coaster this episode.
Yep. That's usually what happens.
Do you wish they bring back the Hardcore Championship so you could win it, Marky Xtreme?
I don't know that I'd be interested, Skeeter, and I've thought about this at least once a day for the past 15 plus years. If I had the opportunity to wrestle for the WWE Hardcore Championship, I don't know that I'd want it because, the bottom line is this. I am Marky Xtreme. I'm extreme by nature, extreme by heart, and I am the best backyard hardcore entertainer that ever lived. There's nobody more hardcore than me that can do more hardcore things than me. And I guess I want to bring up too, I don't know if you saw it recently, but anyways, no, I don't know that I'd be interested. I'd have to really think about that because it's like I'm in college and that's preschool. Like I don't care to go back to preschool.
So that means it's open for John Cena to take it.
Sure, that would make more sense. That'd be more on brand. I don't give a shit. But Skeeter, did you see recently that
Brandy?
Kid? What?
Brandy.
What are you talking about?
You said on brand. Her name's Brandy. Brandy Rhodes.
No, I didn't say Brandy. I said
You
on.
said,
I think
you said more on Brandy.
on brand. It'd be more a part of John Cena's brand because much like you, he's a titty fart bullshit preschooler.
I thought you were calling Brandy a moron. I just wanted to make sure you got her name right.
No, Brandy's hot as hell. She ain't no more part more on about Brandy Rhodes. No, Skeeter, I wanted to ask you a side note before we wrap up this episode. Did you see that fucking fat ass kid in the backyard recently dressed up like Sting, jumped off the top rope, broke both of his legs?
What?
Yeah, that was shit. Fucking wild. Funniest shit I had ever seen.
Are you going to sign him?
Yeah, we're in discussions, and that's something I wanted. Breaking news here, Backyard Wrestling Entertainment. We are in discussions with a broken leg bitch Sting, knockoff Sting for Backyard Wrestling Entertainment. So hopefully, my lawyers and legal team can talk to his people and his legs and see, we're more interested in his legs than anything.
You got to get him before AEW gets him.
Yeah, that's what I said. And that's what I was saying. And, so hopefully it happens and hopefully, him and his fucking weak legs will soon be in Backyard Wrestling Entertainment.
That's great. Can that be a watch along?
I'm all about it.
Oh,
it'd be a pretty short watch along.
Well, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, we got a Patreon, patreon.com/OIM show where you can watch along some of the great matches, like a Hell in a Cell match between Great Khali and no wait,
That is a Punani prison, Skeeter.
Great Khali and Batista. Hell in a Cell is a great match. There's Sid versus Goldberg in a super bloody match. That's great from WCW.
Oh God, nothing hardcore bloody about it.
Fighter Fest.
I poop more blood.
I don't think it's a competition.
It is with me.
Fighter Fest. John Moxley versus the bad boy Joey Janela. That was hardcore. We watch all these matches on there. It's only you can get it on our Patreon, patreon.com/OYM show, as well as exclusive t-shirts, as well as getting these episodes early in any videos. You get them before everybody else does, and so much other stuff. So check that out. We also got to thank Dragon Wagon Radio for having our podcast on there, along with other great podcasts. And anything else, Marky Xtreme, you can think in closing that might be a little hardcore?
Shut the fuck up. No. I think the moral of this episode is, it's hard to be as cool as the real thing. I'm as cool as, I'm too cool for school. I'm college and the everybody else is fucking preschool, and in the WWE, they were, trying to, bring in the White Claws, and they just had, they watered it down with the Hardcore Championship. It was still kind of cool, but not fully cool. Skeeter will never be as cool as Marky Xtreme. Yeet. But so the bottom line is, I think, fuck, exactly. I think the moral of the story is I'm the coolest motherfucker on earth.
I agree. You are the coolest. And can I be undouble fired?
Well, you'll just have to see next week. I'm not doing a follow-up. No, you're still fired unless you do. You got to do my chores.
Okay, well, I'll do your chores. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thanks for listening to the podcast with the coolest guy around and me. And maybe we can all go Chuck-E-Cheese sometime. So thanks so much, everybody. We'll be back next week. Bye.
Dragon Wagon.